Way too soon.
Out of the 3 picks that Invictus Gaming
All
have
right.
shown us.
Game number 3. Let's figure out how strong IG is. AHQ. Yeah. I don't know about anything about AHQ, but honestly, I don't care so much. I just want to see the level of IG. Draft is interesting. Gragas first pick. I know Ning was one of the best Gragases I've ever seen, but Gragas first pick gets countered by Lee. Gragas has been nerfed, but I still think Gragas is super strong, so I respect it. First pick Gragas. Kai'Sa and Lee Sin locked in. Xayah is open. Kai'Sa still got prioritized here, which I think is a mistake. Xayah Rakan is still open. Jace Ezreal lock in. Ezreal is not the greatest pick into Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa can push. Nautilus bind pick 4th. I think it's okay. They keep a Kali flex and they blind the Nautilus, which is fine. I think bottom matchup here is good for AHQ. Gragas Jace always have a good 2v2 on top side and they can make things happen. So let's see what will happen. Gangplank gets locked in. Here, let's see if Rookie plays Gangplank. I'm waiting for that mid laner that plays Gangplank and can put it into a Kali if it gets locked in. Jace pick would be bad. I don't like it. Let's see what gets locked in. Camille should be okay if they want to set up some ganks. But we've seen Gangplanks destroying Camille. And here, once again, Lee Sin Camille is not the craziest duo. Gnar gets locked in. That seems fine. But here, if IG know that they can put GP into mid lane and Jason to top, like you can even let the Shy play the GP, put him on mid lane, and then let Rookie play the Jace top into Gnar, then AHQ is in trouble because both of those matchups are super hard. Super hard matchups. GP destroys Akali early. We didn't see it in the first game because somehow, you know, Akali managed to survive. And Khan managed to get a 10 CS lead. Was crazy. And then, of course, Jace destroys Gnar because he just outranges him, can deny any all-in potential, and can just all-in himself. He just all-around very strong laner. But of course, Jace and GP still win their respective matchups if they don't swap early as well. So that's completely cool. We have a Jace and a Gangplank against Gnar, Akali. This is a lot of initiative here for IG, and if they can snowball from early, maybe they can make some things happen. IG's bot lane, all they need to do is to maintain safety, do not die, because they picked for the scaling here for sure. They didn't pick for lane, because Kai'Sa Nautilus is the stronger lane matchup. If Alistar gets hooked, maybe you can one-shot him early on 3 maybe. They'll get prio permanently. I don't think there's a lot of room here for IG's bot lane to create anything crazy. Only if Kai'Sa gets maybe in range of combo, and maybe they can poke a couple of times and go. But based on the fact that they have to give a prior level 1 and AHQ can decide what to do with the bot lane is what makes this so difficult for IG's bot lane matchup. But of course, I think IG's bot lane is better player-wise. Jackie Love has been a massive strength. Oh, we're live actually, we're live. I can't go forward in time. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I know, I want you, but I'm sorry for being crazy, man. I'm super hyped. Is Sarah, that's a World of Warcraft dragon or Warcraft dragon? I think it's the dragon that controls dreams or something. Yeah, something like that. The Emerald Dream. Waco Flaco in the bot lane. I don't know any of these players. Alex. I have a neighbor called Alex. Maybe that's him. Ziv we recognize. Ziv is a very known Gnar player. He plays a lot of Gnar. So let's see if it works out for him this time. Rookie stays in mid lane. No crazy shenanigans that I was excited about. Rookie with the Ignite in mid lane already highlights that he was going mid lane no matter what. Let's see how hard he can play on this mid lane matchup, because Rookie is one of the best Jaces in the world, if not the best Jace. So let's see what he can do. Always watching him is crazy. After this, I'm gonna watch Pro View and just look at that shit and be happy. Only Ziv has attended Worlds previously. Yes, indeed. Lian starting on blue, pathing into bottom side. I think it's just looking for full clear. I don't like the path into bottom side too much. Rookie tanking some creeps here, zoning Akali off of the wave. He's gonna stack waves into the tower, looking to poke. Gragas needs to back him up, make sure that he can poke. Every wave that the Rookie crashes into the tower is very important. He wants to stack big waves, and if Lee Sin saves him on those waves, it's problematic for Rookie. The more Akali gets to farm, the worse it is. In the past, this matchup was a bit better for Akali because she could regen with Q and so forth, but this matchup is very hard now. In the past, if you didn't harass her on the tower, she just kept full energy and she queued the wave and regened a lot of HP with Dark Seal and Fleet Footwork, but now there's no regen on Q, of course. We all know that. So now when this big wave is stacking, Gragas needs to back him up, make sure Lee is not behind him. Rookie's gonna crash the wave very soon. He's timing it very well here with Gragas, and then Rookie wants to harass him as much as possible. Rainbow is maintaining relatively good health. It's good health here. He shouldn't be too unhappy with this. He misses the cannon. Lee Sin is on river. Here, this is what you need to be careful about, because you know, if Lee saves this mid lane matchup somehow, then you know it's a disaster. But of course, it's a big risk because 2v2 in such a position, Gragas and Jace almost always win. So of course, even though I'm saying there is windows to affect this, and this is what you can look for as AHQ, it's still super difficult, because if you fuck up, it's going to be even worse. It's just that Jace is stronger than Akali early, and that's period. So of course, if IG play accordingly, there is no windows for HQ at all. Ziv getting pressured, normal in this matchup, gonna TP back, maybe buy a cloth armor, maybe a refillable potion, maybe just a Doran's blade, maybe if he can afford that. We'll have to wait and see. A cull, okay. A cull. He's a money connoisseur. Okay. Refillable potion, cull. Okay. I respect it. I like it. I like it. He's gonna scale into this matchup anyway. He wants to all in later on. Around Phage, Black Cleaver timings, and Ninja Tabi. If the Shy is too far ahead, then he's never gonna be able to all in, but we've definitely seen this matchup enough times to see that Gnar definitely gets windows later on. Gnar, Gangplank is such a strong laner early on, and Gnar can't really utilize his range too much against a Gangplank. Lian is hovering into bottom side. He's trying to save this bottom matchup that is quite difficult, but you see Jackalow is farming away very, very well, and HQ haven't really accomplished anything with the prio that they get early on. We didn't pay attention to how the wave was playing out, but Alistar is a very weak level 1, so I assume that HQ got prio. If they didn't, I think they can go next already. So far, we didn't see anything too revealing about AHQ or IG. IG, we see that Rookie has a CS advantage in mid. Rainbow didn't use TP to come back. Ziv used TP to come back into lane top. The Shy walked back into top lane. Actually, he didn't base yet. So here the Shy is probably going to have to TP back if Ziv continues to pressure. Rookie, good trade here. Good trade here from Rainbow, considering he has TP. So any trade that goes even in his favor is very good, because he can TP back, continue pressuring, and that's always good. Rookie will be forced to constantly push here, and if Rainbow maintains good health up until level 6, maybe they can find some all-in windows to kill Rookie. Rookie's playing very aggressively. He's fake pressuring here with Gragas. This is something that Jizuki always told me when he's playing against Rookie, that the way Rookie pressures is just on a whole nother level than any other mid laner he's played against. He told me last year at Worlds, actually I shouldn't say it. Okay, Rookie finds the timing here. Rainbow walked up and maybe made it too obvious that Lee Sin is here. Also, the fact that Akali is level 6 is also a big red flag, so it's very important that Rookie stays away from this gank. But honestly, Rainbow is doing a fine job. 10 CS behind in this matchup is not too shabby, considering he has kept his TP. So he's going to catch this wave, and the CS disadvantage is going to become smaller and smaller. Wako has TP. You see Jackalow TP'd back as well. Baolan's timing here is not that great, because Rookie is also in base. No TP on Rookie, so they can't contest this ward. Bottom is relatively even as well. AHQ is in a fantastic position so far. Honestly, so far, IG doesn't look too crazy. Rainbow is doing a fantastic job. Korean versus Korean in the mid lane. This is a very good outcome for Akali. She's going to base Zika's arm guard, and she's happy. Very happy. Lian didn't manage to do anything with its Predator yet. Didn't manage to do anything with its Flash either. Top matchup is in Shai's favor, but the damage mix here on IG is not too crazy. So if Gragas is not too fed, itemizing armor is so efficient here. You see the Zika's arm gun came out. We're going to see some Ninja Tabis. Of course, Kai'Sa can't buy it because she needs to hit her attack speed numbers on E. And oh. What the fuck? Yo, he just eat into them. Look at the map. Jackie Love just eat into them. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my pick'em is ruined. My pick'em is gone. My pick'em is dead, guys. My pick'em is dead. My pick'em is dead. IG's not gonna be first in this group. No, Damon's gonna be first. No. MSI IG is here. Or just regular season IG. Okay, let's not overreact. I'm saying that a bit late, but yeah. Let's not overreact too much. Big plus here for IG that Kai'Sa's troll building. God bless her. Look at that. What on the fuck? Cool Q from Ysera though. Oh, Rookie. Rookie is dead. AHQ, Rainbow with the patience, stayed in lane, managed to maintain a relatively close CS count. Very well played from him. Ziv with the all-in, the Shy tanking a turret shot. Oh, very important dodge here, because this can be the difference between winning an all-in and losing an all-in. If he landed this Q, I think Ziv would kill him. So the Shy playing loose and wild because he needed to. Very well played here. Jackie Love choking a bit with the WE. No idea why you would go for that. Baolan was not even around. His team was trying to position themselves for potential gank, but I think Gragas pathing into bot side was a big mistake. I think he accomplished nothing. I think Gragas needed to look to maybe pressure dive on Gnar or do something. He just did nothing with pathing into bot. I don't like it. I don't like it. IG had some risk here in the draft. They have a lot of comfort picks, but honestly, the fact that they pick Ezreal and Kai'Sa, don't like. Jace is always a champion that needs to snowball. So I was excited because Jace and Gragas need to snowball. I thought IG were going for it, that they would look to play a classic 2v2 that IG was known for last year, but so far, nothing too crazy. And Gangplank is not the type of champion that you can do like crazy things where you can 1v9. Sure, if you get some crazy battles, maybe, but that relies on enemy mistakes a lot. Baolan revealing his position now. Ezreal's on bottom, finishing mana immune. Maybe has enough money for Sheen. No, just a Sapphire Crystal. HQ is buying, Wako is buying one of every item from the shop. Ysera in good position. They should know that the tempo of supports is evenly matched here, and the 2v2 will be heavily in favor of AHQ. Kali ult is on cooldown. Alex puts down a pink. Ysera's in position. Barrel to the forehead. Ysera is spotted. They know everything now. Jesus, my nose is itchy, man. Excuse me. Oh, that's a Q. That's a hook. I spaced out a bit. They just straight up started. They don't give a shit. They want to fight here. I like it. They have so strong ultimates. They can one-shot anyone they want on enemy team. So I like this a lot. Ziv has Prio as well. Kali's in position. Very good forcing here of HQ. HQ is wonderful, man. HQ, you know, we're talking about RG and how we have high expectations for them, but they are playing very crisp so far. Very crisp. I like it. They didn't manage to get that much of an advantage early on bottom, but that's fine. That's not a game decider in games like these. So far, so good. I'm just scared for Splice here, honestly. If this is the second seed, what is the first seed going to do? Because so far, so good, HQ. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. IG, I'm losing my hopes here. I'm losing my hopes. You have a very exotic draft, but you know, happens. You take a risk in your pick'ems, and this is how they repay my love. Yumo's Ghostblade finished on Jace. Doesn't matter too much because the enemy has Zika's Arm Guard. It just Zika's Arm Guard alone as an item is more cost efficient than Yumo's against each other if you match them against each other, because armor is such a good stat against lethality. His armor is cheaper than lethality and blah 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 blah. Yeah, you get my point. So here Akali is very happy. Oh, sending a banana, spotting Alex. He was on the ward anyway, so he spotted. So what can both teams do here? Still, IG need to try to find an advantage on Jace because he's getting outskilled here and nothing is happening. But AHQ has full prio on bottom, so they can play through bottom, push and walk into river. So as long as they do this, AHQ are not exposing themselves to any potential 2v2s where Gragas and Jace can look to one-shot someone. If they are fighting 4v4, then HQ will always win. HQ is doing exactly this. They're pushing bottom and walking into river and... Oh! 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 Two flashes, two very important flashes. Akali used ultimate. Nautilus also used flash and ult. Next ultimate is going to be dangerous. Gragas used flash and Jace used flash. So the next time AHQ do this in 2 minutes is going to be quite dangerous. Here I think AHQ potentially need to stay around mid lane. Isera is doing the good roams. I respect this Isera. He's playing around mid lane. I love it. They managed to get the plating here for Rainbow. Good play, good play. 500 gold ahead this Akali. In a matchup where she should be super behind or the game is over. Right now, IG is in big trouble. Big trouble, IG. Big trouble. Losing position. Kaiser's catching bottom. Alistar showed on mid, so she's safe. She's gonna get the prio. Still, wonderful play so far by HQ. Very good play from HQ. Super impressed. You can also put it into consideration that, you know, I was excited by IG's draft because it put them in a position where they have to snowball early hard, and you put such a high expectation of IG because IG is picking themselves into this. But realistically, if it was any other team and the two teams have these drafts, AHQ will have perma-bot prio. That's why I just disliked the Ezreal pick big time. Kaiser Ezreal matchup is very hard for Ezreal. And with this being said, you know, with this being said, mid lane matchup with Gragas jungle, what kind of expectation can you really have for what advantages you can have? Realistically, you're going to be like 10-15 CS ahead, but you need way more than that for this to work. And the only reason I was having high hopes for IG is because I had the imagination that they would accomplish that. But let's see this fight. We have some item spikes. Akali is super strong. She's monster strong. She has Gunblade ready. Kai'Sa, item ready. The only advantage here... Wow. What happened? Wow, what happened? Okay. So Nocturne ganked me, and let's take a step back though. GP walks into mid lane. IG, Akali is base and she has a lot of money. They are using this opportunity where Akali is losing prio on mid lane, sweep on for Baolan, and they're walking into the Drake pit. Gangplank has prio. Akali has TP off of base. AHQ gets pushed out. IG start the Drake. AHQ, no Akali ult, no Nautilus ulti. This is where IG are looking to strike. So I guess this is based off of the fact that enemy team has 2 ults missing, 2 very important ultimates. They are using the window to do the Infernal and walk out. GP also had prio. It was a good play here from IG. Good play. You know, I thought instantly IG are going to look to force and fight this because this is an IG that we know and recognize. This has been a problem of theirs, that they take every freaking fight. Some cases they can pull it off, but in a lot of cases they cannot. And overall, IG, their biggest weakness is that they don't understand their timings as well as, for example, SK Telecom. And IG are just fighting on raw skill in a lot of cases. Rookie could potentially get dove here if HQ were looking to fish for it, but they did not. 2 people were showing on bot lane. They can easily one-shot a Jace with no flash if they want to go for it. Dove was crashing, Rookie was giving it up. Here is, honestly, I would enjoy a dive here. Nautilus could be in position behind the turret and look for a dive on Jace. I think it could be very good. But still, position here for HQ is still wonderful in the game. Akali being ahead in gold of Jace is a big deal. Akali is going to win split against both Jace and GP depending on itemization. Here it's tough for Jace to itemize into an area where he has more Mortius because he's playing against Lee and Gnar. So this is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to buy Maw when enemy has only 1 AP carry, which is Akali. Even Kai'Sa's going full AD build, so this is another reason why you don't want to do this. Ninja Tabi bot on GP, so Akali should do well. Zeke's Armguard has so much freaking value. That's another reason why HQ is scaling so well into this game, that armor is going to be super, super great. Moby Boots on their Nautilus and Alistar, which is standard, but Tabi would be good value. Oh, Ziv has flash on. Maybe they can flash. Lian is going, Lian is going, Lian is going, and he's out. He couldn't go. He could have saved that HP because he just couldn't go. There was nothing there. He had no flash, he had no nothing. This was very optimistic. As a trade-off here, Ezreal gets pushed off. That's very normal. HQ are responding in kind. Gragas showed on top wave. Alex is pressuring on bot. It's very important, and when enemy jungle is making a play on top, you need to cross map always, always, always. If you don't, or if you don't defend the play, or if you don't aggress on the other side, then you're making a mistake. And if you can't make an aggressive play on bottom, then you were on the wrong side of the map in the first place. Ziv now getting rid of. He has no flash. He has no flash, but he has ult on. This might be very dangerous here. Very dangerous. Ziv still has ulti. Still has ulti. Okay, he should be dead. The shy flash Q. Very tricky here because Rookie is playing on range, but I think Ziv needed to walk in a way where he tried to fish to ult Rookie into a wall as soon as he took turret aggro. But Rookie was stutter stepping very well here and kept himself out of range. I don't know what would happen if Ziv tried to angle himself a bit more towards him because he was just walking back and forth in the diagonal instead of towards Rookie, horizontally. Okay, HQ respond. They got 2 turrets on bottom. This is IG reeking of desperation because he just wanted to force something. They got a kill on Ziv, and that's okay. Vitality played many compositions like this, where we had to create leads early or we are doomed. So IG are going to look to make a lot of desperation attempts and maybe on 2-item power spike of Ezreal try to fight, because that's the only time where Ezreal is going to be stronger than Kai'Sa. So that starts here, even potentially just ulting the Shy into the tower, because he has ult here. Turret is aggroed, he can burn the flash of the Shy, and it could be cool. A rip-dippy-doo, rip-dippy-dippy-doo, rip-a-doo. Chakla with red buff, Jace, Ezreal, they have a lot of good poke. If IG is not in, if IG is poking away and they get to chunk the enemy quite well here, then they can win fights. Gragas, Jace, Ezreal can poke a lot. But AHQ have a lot of tools to hard engage with Nautilus and flanks of Akali because they're pushing side, or Nar flanking from a side could also happen. Alex, very greedily here, is gonna die for sure. Oosh. Very good player from IG. They siege onto mid, and AHQ a bit too aggressive here on the blue buff because the rotation after IG got prior was happening into top side. This is the situation where AHQ need to give up on top, be happy that they took the wave, and then walk away. So the important thing to pay attention to IG's strength here is that they actually get mid prio. As long as they keep mid tower alive, they'll have a lot of options to poke and to group as 4 and let GP soak on side. So IG is going to look to group on mid, soak into side, and then go. This is very dangerous. Jackie Love, what the fuck are you doing, Jackie? Wako could have gotten a kill, but he chickened out. I love chicken. No disrespect for chicken. Jackie Love. Oh, rainbow! Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. So Jackie Love is a freaking maniac. This is the second time he does this shit. So Wako maybe could play this better. Because here I think if you ult instantly, boom, your Q goes completely onto Ezreal. And then you ult behind him and go. But he doesn't know the position of Gragas and Alistar. That's why he's hesitating, which is respectable. Rainbow, did he miss his... Oh, he proto-belted Alistar. Not proto-belt, but he used Gunblade on Alistar. Here he could kill Ezreal instantly. So as I was hyping Rainbow, he made a mistake here. Misclick. Alistar is a thick boy. Happens. But if he Gunblades Ezreal right away there, he has no E, no flash. It could be dangerous. Ties, 1 for 1. Could have been in favor here of Jackie Love dying because he made a massive blunder. He fucked up big time. Tasha level 14, very strong here. Here is Yumu's Ghost Blade. I don't like the Yumu's Ghost Blade here because enemy's gonna buy a lot of armor. You know that already. So your lethality is gonna be worth so much less. So that's a mistake. I don't like it. Oh, well, it works. Boom. Boom. Alex jumping in. Sarah dying. IG using their poke. They're hitting hard. Good continuation here. After this happened, Holy Wako played this fight really well, but it just didn't matter. GP is so fucking strong, actually. I didn't like the Yumus, but he's fucking level 14. He's level 14 and Ziv is level 12. The dive on top was very impactful, apparently. So here, Jackie Love entered, but then it went 1 for 1. Akali has a lot of their gold. Afterwards, now in this fight, Rookie manages to chunk Nautilus big time, and he gets in. Balon responds with a combo, because Rookie baited this, and then Ziv is out. Okay. So Rookie, the fact that he finds this combo onto Nautilus in such a situation where here in a lot of scenarios you would judge what he did here as crazy risky, because everyone is in a position to hit him. But he gets out, and I wonder Like, he didn't even channel his Edge of the Night. Did Rookie flash the Q damage of Lee? No, he didn't. Okay. Jakilov just baits too good, I guess. If IG can figure out how to win with this draft, it's crazy. But it seems like the slow fights are very beneficial for them, where they can combo and poke over and over. Seems very, very good. AHQ needs to be very careful with how they use their cooldowns, because their cooldowns are very important to kill these key targets here on IG. Because if IG can kite, then it's difficult to get a grasp of them. But AHQ still need to look for flanks, need to look to use TPs to get in a good position, need to use split, while IG just look to group and poke over and over. The fact that their mid tower alive is so important. AHQ, if they manage to get this mid tower, all of a sudden this world of opportunity opens up for them where they can find engages elsewhere. This is something I didn't account for when I judged this draft. Instantly, you think about a scenario where AHQ snowball or don't get snowballed on and Jace falls off. But with a lot of changes and buffs to Jace late game, you can see that he still remains relevant. His EQ still hurt even against this team that buys a lot of armor. So Rookie is farming top side now. The Shy is going bottom. They have no TPs now, so they need to be careful. Nar was also on bot, he had no TP. So right now here, AHQ definitely have a window to pressure, but Kaiser lost a lot of HP in that trade that Jakilov just did. So in some cases, it's very positive for your Ezreal to EW in, but this is a good power spike for IG because this is where Ezreal is going to be it's the strongest in comparison to Kaiser. AHQ Kaiser is level 13, very strong, and as she finishes her next item and continues, she's going to outscale the Ezreal pretty hard. This is the power spike Ezreal wants to be active on. Transcendence, 45% CDR, and all the good things happening for him. HQ is Serra, surviving because of the stopwatch. No idea what the fuck that flash was. I think that flash was a big oink. But Lian finds the opportunity. Good E-ult. Or ult E, maybe it was. So a lot of things going on here. So let's slow down here. Isera was looking for an engage. But Akali is just out of position and they spot Akali, and that's why IG is hard contesting the space. IG is walking up. Very good play. The Shy is zoning 2 people here alone. Boom. He hits Wako and Isera trolled really hard here. What the fuck was this? And then Rainbow is in. Oh, Rainbow plays well. Jesus, there's a lot going on here. So the Shy after this battle should walk away. Why? He shouldn't step in. Stepping in here is super dangerous. After that hit, he should be happy, step away, regroup with his team, and remember what the composition is about. Composition is about poking, playing fight slow. After that initial battle, he zoned Kaiser for quite some time. The slow was good, but then they should walk away. Still 1-for-1, but the advantage for IG is that they have prio because enemy is solo HP, so they can continue with their onslaught here, with their siege. Rookie doesn't get to farm that much side lane, which is fine because he just wants to group and poke. IG will fall a bit behind on XP, but as long as they force, they don't even fall that behind on XP because HQ needs to respond. So as long as they force hard, which they are, then this onslaught of a siege will continue. IG need to keep their mid turret alive, and HQ need to look for opportunities when IG base to break this, and then look for flanks and look to do things. But engaging onto this team is super difficult, and the only reason they killed GP there was because he committed very hard. So it's completely my mistake to judge how the late game should be played here, because for me I assumed almost instantly that HQ is going to have an easy time at this point in the game. But with mid turret alive, it's difficult, and the Shy just gave them an opportunity here, a big shutdown onto the Lee Sin, which makes it less relevant, but still, you know, some Lee Sin money, you are happy. Gragas and Alistar also very good picks for poke compositions because you can deny that engage, makes it harder to engage. Even if Nar finds a flank, maybe he gets W'd by Alistar and all of a sudden it's also difficult. Okay, this is a fight that AHQ might be looking for. They used Nautilus ult, but they got nothing out of it. IG only used Alistar ult, and they poked Ziv big time. But the reason why this Nautilus ult is much more important than the Alistar ult is because that is one of the few engage tools that they have. They have Gnar Flash, but he's in Mega, and maybe IG can look to pressure a lot here. Jackie Love has no E, doesn't matter. IG is walking up. As you can see, IG is not farming so much on the sides. They're just trying to force as much as possible as a group. The Shy is farming his sides and then he's grouping into mid lane. That's why he's so far ahead on XP. But Rookie is staying level 13 and he's been relaxing there for the past maybe 5 minutes. But it's the same. AHQ, just because of how well and how hard IG is pressuring, they're forced to react. Their waves on side are also not touched. So IG is very, very happy with this because on side maybe they can be caused some trouble. But now GP is so fucking fed, so maybe even wins. Very interesting here, IG with their poke composition. This is something that we can pay attention to more as we continue in the World Championship. But a lot of craziness from IG. They seem to recognize what their win condition is eventually in the game, and now it looks that like they are clearly in control, and AHQ is suffocating here. Now, in this Drake pit area, this could be an opportunity where IG finds some things, but Barrels from GP is zoning out. Isera gets one-shotted. Beautiful play from IG. Look how they position. They know the fight is coming. Look how they position. They know they need to zone this space. Look how they position here. This is a thing for the history books. Look how they position. Boom. They know exactly where they need to stand. The barrel is ready. Boom. E is put. Boom, boom, boom. Combination. Isera is dead. No stopwatch this time to save him for 2 seconds. Isera, that had a good start of the game, turns out to be a bit of an inter, but this is not his fault, right? This is not his fault. AHQ's fire died quickly because IG figured out how they needed to play the game. AHQ couldn't find ways in. And I didn't like this composition. I went back and forth a lot on IG, but it seems like now they found their groove because it's very difficult to engage onto this. And IG, with their Jace, find ways to play with it at later parts in the game as well, with their poke, Ezreal, Jace, Gragas, Alistar, Gangplank. Very rough composition, actually. And it's my mistake completely that I didn't recognize this in the beginning of the game. I see a Kai'Sa, I see a Nautilus, a Kali, Lee, and Gnar, and I think that HQ can find opportunities to engage. But the fact that the mid tower is alive and well behind IG makes it very difficult, and IG has a lot of tools to disengage. As long as Jace doesn't get caught or the Shy doesn't run in too hard, HQ will always be kited here unless they make a massive blunder. AHQ still, same game plan. They need to find engages, find engages, find engages. Find engages over and over. Okay, Jackie Love with red, it continues. Sieging on mid lane, beneficial for HQ, for IG. As long as they spot everyone, HQ cannot really engage. As long as there's no flank, IG is going to win this game. A very free game for IG, it looks like right now. Very big change of pace. IG contesting the jungle space now. They're trying to line up for an Asher. Slowly and surely. Jesus, Leanne. This is losing half your HP. My goodness, my hunger just fucking came over me really hard now. Oh, there's a ward. The magic ward. That happened against SK Telecom. The magic ward that happened. in this game too. Oh, Alex with the flash. Flash. Whoa. Into the wall. Gets knocked. Pulverized. Ziv gets one-shotted. Everyone gets one-shotted. Nautilus ult is on. Wako is zoned from the fight. He cannot go in. And the game is absolutely fucking lost. Maybe they can end down mid lane. Yes, they can. IG with a fucking beautiful mid to late game, honestly. Mid to late game was fucking crisp. Early on, left a lot to desire, but maybe they were aware of the fact that they, as long as they keep mid lane tower alive, that IG is going to find a position where they can poke and play around the fact that they can disengage very well and poke. AHQ did impress me in the early stages of the game, but afterwards it looked like it was too frustrating to play against this very coordinated IG. So honestly, as Jackie Love made some blunders there and the early game was quite inactive, it is a positive position here for IG because a lot of games were very sloppy, very dirty in the sense that they took a lot of fights where they didn't need to. The Infernal Drake was very crisp because they found this opportunity where Akali had no ult, Nautilus has no ult, so they used it to get an Infernal. It was very important, which was maybe important for HQ's possibilities to snowball. The Rift Herald fell on mid lane, and maybe HQ could find more ways to dive onto mid because they had Nautilus prio the whole game. I think still, I felt like the fact that they pick Ezreal into Kai'Sa maybe was a liability because of how much prio both Nautilus and Kai'Sa had early on, because that gave IG some trouble in the early game. I think the fact that Nautilus had so much time to roam definitely was a wrench in what IG wanted to accomplish early on. But then after, they found a dive on Ziv, and that made him put him in a position where he never recovered. I'm not so sold on Gnar, honestly. I think Gnar as a champion is quite trash. So we will see as the tournament progresses how much it can and cannot do. But I think in team fights it's just way too fucking weak. It's way too inconsistent to what it can accomplish. In lane, it's not incredible. It's just all around bland and boring, the Gnar pick. So this is something we have to pay attention to. Maybe if Gnar was a different pick, maybe this game would look differently. After all, this Gnar was a last pick, but Ziv is famous for his Gnar, so this is why he went for it. Jace in the mid lane seemed to be a scaling menace, but Ezreal, Jace, Gragas, Alistar, GP just seemed to be a very annoying and frustrating poke composition to play against because, you know, it's something we can look out for in the future because as you might have some liability early game. If you lose that missed tower, I think this game looks very different. And if HQ recognize this from minute one, maybe they can use their advantages of pushing and their prio to break that mid tower. And then all of a sudden you break that mid tower and you can find flanks much easier because all of this space behind this tower opens up. You clear this and all of a sudden you find a flank, you catch Jace, and it's a very doomed Jace. You catch an Ezreal. You know, you need to find ways to find catches, but maybe even IG have enough tools to play around that. So very interesting composition. I learned, we learn, that's cool. IG had the poke composition just look nasty later. I thought the moment Jace is not ahead anymore that this game is hard fought and lost, but the Akali nerfs are definitely showing through here. The moment her ult is down, she is so freaking useless for such a long time, and it seems like these windows are a problem. So maybe Akali is a pick that might be a bit of a bait. With that being said, that finishes up game number 3. IG showing some positive things, some negative things. They don't look like a world champion just yet, but my hopes of IG getting first is still alive and well. Let's segue into the next game. Bye-bye.